Good morning, sir.
Last class, its nature, characteristics, meaning, definition. Today we will discuss the process of HRIS and the types of HRIS and the benefits of HRIS. You can write it down. It is very easy, in fact. See, the benefits or objective of HRIS is same as the objective of human resource planning. Suppose, for example, you are getting a question: define HRIS, discuss the process of HRIS, and discuss the process of HRIS, and what are the outcome, objective, or benefits of HRIS. Then the outcome or objective benefits, like say, the first is that it is cost effective, it is less time consuming, it maintains secrecy. So, see, these are the outcome of HRIS. What are those? One is that it is cost effective. It is cost effective. You can add some more points. If I'll start telling about the outcome, I will tell 10 to 15 points. Just tell me what are the basic outcomes of HRIS. If HRIS is there, then what are the positive side? If it is not there, then what are the negative side? Or else how we can compare with human resource information system with manual system of keeping record? Any idea?
Sir, it's efficient and less time consuming.
Yes.
Sir, efficient
Please.
and less time consuming.
Okay. Any other points?
So we can get the data at a click.
At a click. Okay. So see, what are the outcome? One is it is cost effective. It is quick retrieval is there. Retrieval. We can easily get the data. We can say modify the data. Modify or restructure the data as per the requirement. As per the requirement we need, we can get it quickly, we can modify the data, we can restructure the data as per its requirement. Next is that it is, we can say it is a helping hand or supportive function to all the managerial functions. It is helping hand or else it is a supportive function to all the managerial functions. As we have discussed in all the areas, whatever we discussed in the last class, we need information systems. Now another is that it is, we can say it is goal oriented or it is always objective oriented. Okay, so now these are the basic advantages or positive side of HRIS. The first is that it is cost effective, we can get the data or information quickly, and it has also some disadvantages. Side by side, it has some disadvantages is that one can manipulate it. Manipulate in the sense if the intention is not in a negative positive way, then one can manipulate it, and once it is gone, it means it is gone. So that's why we always try to go in a parallel system. The information system should be there in computerized base, as well as we should have a hard copy of such, so that we can get, if in by case, by chance, if the data are being gone, or else it is like if any kind of hazard situation if we are facing, then we may refer to the manual records. So that's why it is always advisable to get the printout of those. Now, these are the basic positive side of HRIS. Then now I will start with the types of HRIS. What are the different types? Basically, you will find in the internet or in other book or in our study material, the types are discussed, such as strategic information system, tactical information system, operational information system. Okay, those are there, but I will discuss the types in a different way from the level wise. From the level wise, this is what is the organizational level, and usually we divide it into three parts. One is top level, medium level, and lower level. So if we define it in this way, then the information systems are also required as per the level wise. So basically, one is your MIS, management information system, is one type of HRIS. Then another is your TPS, I mean employees ESS data, employee support system. Another is your DSS, data support system. Now these are the different stages of HRIS. Initially, when we convert the manual record to human resource, or we are trying to computerize it, then first we usually the organization starts with ESS, employee support system, which basically used in the lower level by maintaining the payroll, or we can say absenteeism rate, or we can say making giving payment wages to the employees. Okay, over time, these are all the record of such. So mostly such informations are being used or utilized at the lower level. When ଆମେ କହିପାରିବା ଏଟାକୁ ତମମାନେ ଯେତେବେଳେ କହିବ କି ସାର୍ जो आपण କହିଲେ ଅପରେଶନାଲ ଲେଭେଲ বা आपण କହିଲେ স্ট্র্যাটেজিক লেভেল বা आपण କହିଲେ ট্যাকটিক্যাল লেভেল, সো বেসিক্যালি সেটাକୁ ମଧ୍ୟ ଆମେ କହିପାରିବା দিস ইজ অল अबाउट योर অপরেশনাল লেভেল। તમે જો પઢିବ କେତେବେଳେ ଆଉ ବହିରେ ଦେଖିବ ଅପରେଶନାଲ ଲେଭେଲ। So ESS is mostly related with the operational level, where we used to work with the employees and we need record. Okay, then MIS is mostly used in the middle level. I mean, tactical HRIS. Tactical. So we need to work in a process where we need to take the decisions. So it is if these operational levels related with payroll, then this relates to managing the overall employees. So this is somehow ame kaiba ki akumodya koi pariba functional HRIS, ame koi pariba functional HRIS. So how it is being used in marketing, how it is being used in finance, how it is being used in the production, because middle level manager have a functional aspect. So here the operational wise HRIS is implemented. It is otherwise known as employee support system. Then management information system, we need record of all the functional areas. So how many persons are working in the marketing with their skill level, what is the target which we need to give to the employees. So that is all about your MIS. Then we will move up, that is what this MIS, in fact it includes lower and middle level. This includes lower level, and DSS includes total about the organization. Now it is all about your strategic HRIS. Strategic HRIS. In that we need record about the company, about the institution, about the organization. Side by side, we also need record of the market, about the competitor, about the financer. Okay, so that what will happen? We can adjust the manpower, we can adjust the people or employees as per its requirement. I mean, suppose kichi bada kind of thing, let's say, I mean, we will start with a new project, or else we will start with kind of establishment, new introduction of establishment, then we go with strategic HRIS. This is all about your three types of HRIS. You can write it either from in this way or else in this way, where we can write what strategic HRIS relate with DSS, functional HRIS or operational HRIS relates with MIS.
Sir, DSS stands for
HRIS, MIS, and operational HRIS relate with ESS.
Sir, DSS stands
data support system. These are the three broad types of HRIS, which basically HRIS में मुझे देखे कि long question आसे, तमरे last year question पाई निश्चित रूपे long question तो आसीबो, but एमती types रे आसीले जदि ଗୋଟେ short type question जदि आसुची, then ताको तुमे define कर परिबो. Next is process of HRIS, how the process runs. Suppose you are working as a manager in a HR manager in a company, and you have been given a chance to implement information system in that ongoing organization, right? केमिति तमे apply करिवो, how you will adopt this system. Basically हमें ये जो system टाको ये जो process of implementation of HRIS is a difficult task, because we are converting from manual to automated. So manual to automated ame jauchu setole amku system, if it is a new company then it is quite easy because the people mindset is like that. So when you are converting some new or if you are introducing some new, people will always start objecting to it. This is what is the mindset of the people. They never like accept wholeheartedly the implementation of change. It is always, we have seen people are there in the organization to resist certain thing if you want to introduce. Okay, now what is that? Can anyone tell me जो company रे के how many are there who are working अब तक को पिला में सब अच्छा जो मैंने काम करुछंती?
Yes, sir.
अच्छा, in your company it is already the information system is there or manual work is going?
So simultaneous. Manual is both.
सेटा तो हमें निश्चित रूप से कहना हमें देखो कि manual और automated both should continue. Manual is preserving of records. It is all about preserving of records. So in fact किसी दिन तले, but there are many disadvantages of HRIS. Can माने मु एबे गोटे तार गोटे निजे फेस कली कोन ना मु एमटीडी रो पूरा एंटायर बहिटा मो पाकर मु करिकि रखिथिली. So it was ready to माने प्रिंट दवा पे रेडी हेकि थिला. But last 1 month hela I am searching माने मु कंप्यूटर रे सर्च करछि डेस्कटॉप रे, it is I am not getting it. So कोठी गला केमिति गला I have not deleted it. बोधे मु किछि वर्तमान सॉफ्टवेयर किछि तादर नुवा इंस्टॉल हेतिला सेति पई, बट आमे काली मध्ये ट्राई करथिलु से जो लोकु गुटा किलु से रिट्राइव कला जदि फाइल डिलीट तो नो वेयर. सो बोधे मु जदि ताको गोटे हार्ड कॉपी रखि थांती ताले आज ए सिचुएशन न थांता. अगेन वी हैव स्टार्टेड इट. आई होप विदिन अ डे और टू वी विल कंप्लीट इट. So see, there are many disadvantages. Now it is always advisable to minimize such disadvantages. You should work simultaneously with manual. We cannot replace the human with computer. Okay, we can introduce it, but there must be someone to work with the computer. So never it is there. The people can be replaced or the employees can be replaced with computerized. Right? Now, how to adapt the process? The first step is just write it down. In fact, prathame to rahila ki you need to get the idea or your kon kahiba taku tame ko where in which way you want to implement HRIS, whether it is the lower level, whether it is the middle level, whether it is the top level. ए जो हमें discussion करो को level रे हमें HRIS को introduce करबा हमें से अनुसार हमरो types process of HRIS basically organization में चले. So the lower level, so it is very minimum. I mean, instantly within the organization we can start. If it is middle level and with the existing staff without any training also we can start. If that HRIS includes both middle and lower, then we need to train the people. Now, if it is organization wide, it is always advisable to go with consultants. Consultants are outsourcing. So आमे कोन कोचे कंसल्टेंट आउटसोर्सिंग दे देबा सेम अनुसार हम प्रोसेस टा डिसाइड हो. सो मु गोटे छोटा कंपनी को नेकी आमे आई विल डिस्कस हाउ द प्रोसेस ऑफ HRIS इज टू बी इंट्रोड्यूस्ड इन ए कंपनी. द फर्स्ट स्टेप इज inception of idea. You need to get an idea केमिति तमे organization रे HRIS implement करिवो. So you need to find out the objective. Okay, the purpose, up to what extent you will cover, whether the HRIS will cover the lower level, middle and lower, or organization wide, or you want to go with strategic HRIS, complete, full. Right? ना हमें देखिए कितने ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ने हमें तो इनिशियली मोर मने पड़े कि डीडीसी जते बेले प्रथमे कंप्यूटराइजेशन को गला ओनली अकाउंट्स टा को हमें HRIS रे थिला. ओके, स्लोली डीडीसी कन्वर्ट होला धीरे धीरे बढ़ी कि वर्तमान नाउ कंप्लीट फुल HRIS. Though some sections are not like adopting it. In fact हमर जो बही माने सब लिंकेजेस अछि जो स्टडी मटेरियल तो मैं इशू करछ जो सेक्शन है सेठी मध्ये कंप्यूटर थोय छै सो दैट सेटा इंस्टेंट कोन होछि ना तमे को बही नबो से बहीटा ऑटोमेटिक पळे आसी. बट पीपल आर नॉट यूजिंग इट. से माने ताको एक्सेप्ट करूनांती, यूज करूनांती एवं कोन करछ सेही खाता पेन लेखि के पुनी कंप्यूटर रे एडिट करछ. बट स्टिल the process always starts with inception of idea, and it all about your objective and the outcome or purpose of introduction of HRIS, whether you need to go with organization wide, whether you need to only concentrate to a particular level. Once the inception of idea is there, then you need to study the feasibility. The feasibility study includes what?
Sir, what is that?
Feasibility study.
Okay.
So you need to identify the benefits. You will compare with the existing manual system, and if you are introducing the computerization, then what benefit you will get. Whether any gap is there between
So
this
gap
manual.
analysis, can it be called?
Yes.
So can it be called as gap analysis? This stage.
Gap analysis we can say, because see, we are trying to find out the gap during this present and the application of information system. Now, what in which way it will benefited? It will be benefited to the company, and basically, first we need to gain the idea and we need to form the objective. This is to be done. Now, once you have identified the objectives, then you need to find out each of the objective is fulfilling the organizational objective or not. Organizational purpose or not. It become more wider. Once it is there, then you will try to find out the team. Who team eta ko kaam karibo. So basically, HRIS got a system that khali HR loko kaam karante nahi. Broad team must be included from all the departments. ସବୁ department को ଗୋଟେ broad team include हुंते एवं सेठी ଗୋଟେ team form करा जाए. So that is all about your selection of the project team, where the people किया को lead करिवो, किया को काम करिवो को नहीं. So we need to find out the team. ଆମର ମଧ୍ୟ ଏମିତି university ଅଛି technical team, software team. So ସେଥିରେ different department ର ଲୋକ ଥାନ୍ତି. Mostly computer science ର ରହିଛନ୍ତି, ତା ଭିତରେ section officer ରହିଛନ୍ତି, registrar ରହିଛନ୍ତି, COF ରହିଛନ୍ତି. So different directors are there, so that they will basically decide the mode of like implementation of HRIS and mode of educating the people. Okay, now once it is there, the selection of team is there, then here we will prepare the broad guideline or flow chart. We need to prepare a broad guideline or flow chart. Implementation of this team will write down those broad guideline or flow chart. Once it is done, then so that means broad guideline हमें कितने मास रे project का हवो, कितने cost include हवो, okay, को level जे हमें training दबा, all those guidelines have to be fixed by the team. कितने टंकार project, because we need to justify the expenditures, so that we can know, because in case of the feasibility study, how much we will spend, that also is one part of requirement. Then the team will prepare a broad guideline and a flow chart of implementation of such information system. कोई level out there, see, मुझे कोटे जिनसे जाने कि one software can only become more effective when you are able to find out its mistakes. जब तमें mistake तादर find out न करी पारुचो, ताले software भलो काम करियो. You need to find out the mistakes so that the software will become more accurate, more result oriented. So that's why we are discussing the points or the sub points, or we are trying to analyze the sub points again and again, so that the fault kind of thing should be reduced or to be minimized. So broad guideline or flow chart is to be decided. Then next is we'll go for whether we'll decide a guideline number to decide is whether the internal staff will introduce, whether we have that kind of sufficient resources. In our DDC, we have not taken anyone's help. Our DDC रे जितने software तो मैंने देखो चाहे हम website भी, our website is managed by our staff. आमो staff ही website manage करते हैं. जितने तो मैं देखो चाहे computerized है ची, जहाँ है ची, server मध्य आमर. सो एठी जेते तमर एडमिट कार्ड हो तम एग्जामिनेशन रिजल्ट पब्लिकेशन हो बा तम जेते when you will the admission process हो the admit card what you are generating सब जाक हमरो इंटरनल एम्प्लॉइज माने करूछंती सो हमर एठी कोन हला ना टीम फॉर्मूला से टीम फॉर्मूला तो गाइडलाइन फिक्स हला गाइडलाइन हम कहलो कि हमें whether we will go for the outsiders or whether we will go for with the inside employees now still we are facing lots of problem but still we are working with the internal staffs now next is that in this we will go for the vendor analysis हमें करिबा जे हमको सप्लाई करिबा सेति पई different process is there we need to analyze the market we need to see
Sir, what is the last one? Sorry, sir, what is the last one?
vendor analysis vendor analysis and there we need to find out who are the vendors से माने को माने जो माने को हमको सप्लाई करि परिबे हमको कोन एंती प्रोडक्ट हे छी एटा हमको देई देबे सपोज फॉर एग्जांपल के मोबाइल किनी सो मोबाइल टा कोन ना मु किनी देली सो वंस दिस जो दुकानी मते सेल करिथिला तार पार्ट ऑफ द जॉब इज ओवर but in here while analyzing the vendor we need to analyze it minutely से केते तार मार्केट रे केते से प्रोडक्ट देछि केमिति लोक माने सैटिस्फाई होछंती हम माने जतबे टेंडर करू सेतबे कोन करू ना सेतबे हम फाइनल जत फाइनलाइजेशन हुए तार जो कस्टमर तांकर रिपोर्ट हम मगु because once we are giving this we are trying to get the service from one agency we need to understand the basic parameters what are being adopted by that agency okay so this is what a critical stuff because the person or the group of person who are involved here they need to support us for a particular period of time or throughout so that means vendor analysis kare we will go for contract negotiation so we need to sign a contract which includes what the contract includes it includes up to what extent the software will cover up to what extent they will support these services how many days they will impart training program okay so kemiti convert karibe manual ru automated kete paisa negotiation nala so these are the things are included here so contract negotiations are there next once it is there then we will go for training so we will go for training now training is all about see जेतबेले ओटे वेंडर जेतबेले कोन इंट्रोड्यूस करे सॉफ्टवेयर से कोन करे पर्टिकुलर ग्रुप ऑफ पर्सन को इनिशियली ही imparted training program okay he imparted training program to a particular group and it must be in a systematic manner you must have discussed the process of training जानि छ ना नै पिला माने what is that process of training a systematic process is to be adopted so what is that process of training कोठु हमें से प्रोसेस टा स्टार्ट करिबा
from TNA training need analysis
okay then next what
Preparing a group who will take the
then next
expenditure determination.
Next, very good.
arranging necessary logistics from training program
Okay, then next.
It shares the information to her.
Next.
Sir, share needful information to the
जिते काम तमे करूछ whatever work or program you are doing it is all divided into three parts suppose ए जो ट्रेनिंग चली छी हमें को तीन पार्ट रे डिवाइड करूछ one is pre one is present one is post pre present post pre works are there training program ro During the training program, post training program. It will start with, let's say, okay, you are telling DNA, it will start with TNA, then objective, then area of training program, then training budget. Kete tonga kharcha hobo? Then identification of trainer, circulation of training records or training brochure. Then during training program kon hochi? Go to start hobo?
Schedule.
Huh?
Schedule of the training.
Training schedule. So this schedule is the part of training calendar. So it will start with registration, because you must have, someone must have applied for the training program, whether in-house or outdoor training program. Okay, then registration, then circulation of training toolkit and training schedule, then arrangement of classes. Kemiti co class ketebole arrange karibo, that is also a systematic procedure. Then it will start with, after training program kono, examination, certification, then
Evaluation. Evaluation.
evaluation, examination, certification, then next
Feedback.
finish at
Feedback.
what point?
Feedback from the students.
Okay, what is the end?
Sir,
What is this? What is this?
return on investment.
Return on investment. Return on investment कौन ना मु जतिके पैसा खर्च कली तार गोटे लोक को ट्रेनिंग दबारे तार आउटकम आसिला ना नहीं सेतिके आसिला ना नहीं सेही परिमाण रो मु रिटर्न पाइली ना नहीं. So return on investment is another parameter. You need to find out the return, whether you are getting, whether you got or you got not. So se jagare kon hochi assigning additional duties, responsibilities. Then what will happen at the end? Once one individual is attending a training program, then whether that individual is well capable to impart such knowledge among other employees or not. अन्य लोगों को सही ट्रेनिंग टा से दबारा ता पाखरे कैपेबिलिटी आसिला ना नहीं. So then the training program. Here also the same process. Training includes, this training includes these 3P. Pre-works are there included during training program and post training program. Pre, so we need to find out the group of person whom the training program is to be imparted. Not this team. This team will never be being trained because they are at a particular level. So जो माने काम करिवे से सॉफ्टवेयर रे तांको इम्पार्ट होबो ट्रेनिंग करिवे. को माने से माने who are they? जिन हमको कौन है वो लोग? So we need to find out those people. What is that? Pre, then we need to go for during training program. So pre रे में कुछ जो सॉफ्टवेयर हमें इंट्रोड्यूस करिवा, whether they have prior knowledge on that or not. That is to be identified. So
Sir, last one is training team.
Training team is to be find out whom to train. So what process is to be adopted? Pre-work, pre-exercises have to be done. During that you need to adopt some steps, and after the training program we need to adopt. Now this after includes the next step. What is that? It is what? Finding out sub team. The next is that you need to find out sub team. A जो training team है थिला ता तले under रे sub team you need to resolve. Because a जो consultant बा जो vendor will not impart the training program, happens in some cases, but we need to retrain the employees further. Among and the training program is imparted to other employees by the person, those who have attended the training program. The next is next step is introduction of HRIS or computerization in the organization. The vendor will introduce. So the training is imparted, soft team is divided, then the vendor will introduce the information system. Then once, so in this stage, the people will slowly aware about the positive side of the information system, which is going to be implemented in the company, and these are the advantages generally will be gained by the employees as well as by the company. So what is the introduction of HRIS and awareness? Introduction and awareness. से जो पर्टिकुलर सॉफ्टवेयर इंट्रोड्यूस हो ताकू से लोको कहबे देखो ए जिंसर एडवांटेज अछि. Then next, once it is there, then we need to go for tailoring the software. The software would have package, and that package completely may not be applicable to our company or to my company. So it must be tailored.
And the last one.
Tailoring the software. Tailoring the software. What is that? Suppose for example, तमे जाउछो गोटे दुकान को गोटे पैंट गोटे किनिबा पे. So trouser गोटे किनिबा पे. देखुछो सेटा गोटे तार साइज ता तळे सिले न तो एते लंबा अछि. So काहे कि ना one can measure it and can cut as per the requirement. So सेमति गोटे complete package थाए. से package ता आनि से introduce करेला एवं people will start giving suggestions, recommendations. If any changes are there, so this team can give suggestions. Sub team and awareness among this sub team. से लोको जे ट्रेनिंग नहीं चे गोटे ग्रुप जो माने इंट्रोड्यूस करूछन एटी तीनटा ग्रुप रहला. The एजेंसी रहला, गोटे ट्रेंड ग्रुप रहला, ताको अंडर रे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में सब टीम रहला. से जगह कोन ना दे in the presence of all they will start awareing or educating the employees about the system or information system which is going to be implemented. Then people will start giving idea. People will start suggesting, sir, empty kariba, semti kariba. So all together, the software is to be tailored as per the requirement of the company. Our suppose software is like this, our company is like this. So etiki delete haba, etiki addition haba. So this is all about your tailoring of software. Once it is done, then next is your implementation. Just write it down. It is all about implementation of software and feeding the informations. We'll start implement the software. It introduce करथिले, it implement कले, we will implement the software and we'll start feeding software. Sorry, the data. All the data, manual records, we need to implement it. Okay. Then next is
implementation and
software and start feeding the informations. You need to collect the ready-made informations are there with the componentalities to be converted into software. Software record to convert. So implementation of software and feeding the informations. Once it is being completed, then that means it comes learning. Then cross-checking by retrieving the output. We need to cross-check. Cross-check with what? Cross-check with the manual record. Cross-checking by retrieving the output with the manual record. Then next is that final implementation and with the help of sub-teams. ये जो सब टीम हैला इंट्रोड्यूस हेतला तांको रो मौजूद रे you need to implement it and the parallel manual system should continue. So what is this? Cross checking by retrieving the output, then final implementation with the help of the sub team. You need to implement it, and Who will be involved with the sub team? Obviously, the main team who are being trained, say side by side, sub team men will work. Okay, and parallelly the manual system should continue to a particular point. So this is what is the process of implementation of human information system in an ongoing business unit. In an ongoing
Cross-checking and
yes,
cross-checking and
by retrieving the output. You need to cross check. Cross check kono? Suppose mu gote data entry कर देली. Data entry करके एतिक लोक एया capability. Suppose तमे कहि परिबो कि तमे गोटे cash book prepare करूछ. तो manually करिछ मु एटा को आउ थरे automated रे बा मु ताकू software रे entry करली. तापर देखिबी I will cross check with my manual record whether or else the objective what I said एटा ठीक ठाक आसुची ना ना. Once it is done, then we will go for final implementation. Now, final implementation में कौन माने थीबे? ये जो sub team थीबो, this sub team must be there. If कौन हुए by chance the sub team not थीबो, ताले resistance will come. So that this sub team, main team must be there in that during the final implementation, so that minimum resistance you will face. Then once it is there, the parallelly, the manual system and the computerization should continue for a particular period of time. So this is all about the process of HRIS.
The last one.
Mare? कौन कहना?
In parallel, manual systems should continue for a particular period.
The parallel system must continue. Parallelly, the manual system must continue up to a particular period. But it is always advisable to go with manual system as well as the software. Records always should be there. Okay. Now next is our syllabus. It's a human resource audit. Human resource audit. Now, what is audit? आमे फाइनेंशियल ऑडिट पढिछु आमे वर्तमान पढुचे एचआर ऑडिट Can anyone tell me what do you mean by audit? Okay, anyone can tell me what do you mean by audit?
To find out whether
It's
the
like
required number.
the process is going on like काम ठीक से चल रहा है कि नहीं करके ये देखना. It is the audit.
So audit comes from the meaning, the name itself defines it. Audit comes from the Latin word auditus, which is implied as cross-checking. Cross-check करिए. So you prepared the work and you have implemented the task. Now we need to cross-check it by someone else. You can do the audit work of your self-work and also be audited by yourself. But it is always, this audit always implied as
Sir, voice is breaking, sir.
sir, you are not audible, sir.
No, sir, we can't hear you, sir.
Unmute हो गया होगा.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Now it's
Yes,
okay.
Now, cutting word, what I already discussed.
Sorry, sir, your voice is breaking, sir.
Yes, sir. Your voice is breaking.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Audible.
Hello. 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 Hello.
Am I audible?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir.
अच्छा कहा कंपनी रे ऑडिट टा हुए कि तीन ऑडिट कहा कंपनी रे ऑडिट यूजुअली किए करे कंपनी में
Chartered accountants,
चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट से को ऑडिट करे
financial,
फाइनेंशियल और एचआर ऑडिट किए करिवो
The auditing will be there in every department.
ऑडिटिंग
Auditing will be there in every department.
हेलो
So you're
Yes,
not
sir.
audible, sir.
पिलाने
Now
Now it's audible, sir.
ऑडिबल अच्छा
Yes, sir.
टेल मी एचआर ऑडिट हु डज एचआर ऑडिट
No idea, sir.
So consultancies.
Compliance team.
No,
Sir.
sir.
मो कथा सुनी परछ कि पिला माने
No, sir.
Sir, ଏବେ ଶୁଭିଲା, sir. ଏବେ
Sir,
ଶୁଭିଲା,
ମଝିରେ
sir.
ମଝିରେ
ମଝିରେ ଶୁଭୁନଥିଲା।
जो वेस्ट इंटरनेट कि Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Am I audible?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So now basically the HR audit usually done by the HR people in the company. Now what is the purpose of human resource audit? The purpose is that to know the feasibility study or else the outcome of the HR policies which are being implemented, policies or the programs which are being implemented by in the organization. Just write it down, the basic meaning of HR audit. Just write it down 1 or 2 points, like just like right, like financial audit, the HR audit is conducted, about the application of
So please
HR
repeat
program.
Sir, our
the
voice is breaking. Sir, voice
Acha.
breaking.
Sir, can you
Voice
please
break
repeat it
also.
again, sir?
HR
Yes,
audits
sir.
is conducted
Converted.
So the HR audit is conducted by
the HR department to know the employee's perception. The employee's perception is to be identified. The employee's perception
yes, sir. The employee's perception need to be identified.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
So now
Sir,
what
but
is
voice is breaking a lot.
Yes.
So your voice is breaking a lot, sir.
ଏବେ ସାର୍ ଠିକ ଅଛି ଏବେ ଠିକ ଅଛି
So the employee's perception need to be identified.
So we need to understand the level of perception up to what extent the employees are being satisfied about the programs which are being introduced in the company. Now suppose you people will do a project, so there you will do a kind of audit, like you will collect perception about a particular program. Let's say one program is that the training and development. Let's say another program is performance appraisal, recruitment and selection. How the employees are like feeling about those kind of programs. So what is the purpose or objective of such audit? The purpose is that the outcome of such
Sir, you are not audible, sir.